guys, I'm Kirsten, the problem solving teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. If you like my videos, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and tell me what you're thinking in the comments. Today, we are going to be talking about creating a large product line on Teachers Pay Teachers. So, for the first time, I am challenging myself in my product creation. Up until now, I have mostly made poetry products or writing projects that come pretty naturally to me. They're pretty easy, but they're also kind of like an individual standalone ideas. And I've known for months, probably since January, that I've wanted to create a big product line, but between learning how to create products, how to create digital products, how to do blogging, how to do Pinterest, how to do YouTube, and all of the other things that I've done since, it's a big challenge. So over the course, as I kind of narrowed down my niche and I kind of figured out what I wanted to really focus on in my TpT store, I decided that I wanted to create a grammar line, a grammar curriculum. As a teacher, I hated teaching grammar, like hated it. And I taught grammar in a couple of different schools in several different grades, and it usually came down to worksheets. And some of the worksheets were like a cohesive curriculum, and some of the worksheets were just like random printouts that didn't really like have any aim. They were just really kind of random, like, yeah, they might be doing all noun worksheets, but then it was like, it was just a worksheet. And overall, I felt like teachers were left to deal with grammar on their own. Like, a lot of times the school didn't give them a curriculum, and they were just like trying to like figure out how to teach grammar and throw it together. So that's kind of like, I plan to go back to the classroom in a year or two when my son's a little older, so I kind of wanted to create something that I could use in the classroom. It's also a part of writing that students need to be explicitly taught. So I have heard different things depending on the age and the grade level too. Some teachers really want to just teach grammar within writing, and some teachers want to teach grammar just explicitly. However, I believe that it needs to be a fine balance, because it would be great if we could just teach writing and kids just kind of picked up on grammar and got it. But I haven't seen that happen. I've seen kids that are terrible at grammar and their writing is terrible, and it's just terrible. And then we do the grammar worksheets and the grammar curriculum that I'm told to teach, and then their writing is still terrible. And like all of that is really just kind of like, the grammar to them just seems like busy work. Like, we're like, okay, we're doing grammar today. And it's just awful. So their grammar work was never applied to their grammar, to their writing. They never used the grammar in their writing. Like, they were two separate things and they couldn't bring them together. Except for, you know, those one or two kids that were fantastic writers anyway, and then you teach them something about grammar, and then in writing they come to you and they're like, wait, we talked about this in grammar, is this how I do it? But that's so rare. So I know a lot of other sellers have created other grammar lessons, other grammar curriculums, and you know, as part of checking out the competition without copying them, I took a look at what those teachers have done, what kind of curriculums they've done, what the curriculum layout is, like, you know, the series of lessons, the table of contents is, and I've, you know, tried to see what I thought that they did well and what I thought would be better to be done differently. But we all have different experiences in teaching. So I think that another option for grammar out there would be great. And a lot, when I was doing some searching, a lot of the lessons that I found, I was like, ooh, this isn't great. And I found a lot of ones that I was like, wow, they did a really great job with this. But my teaching experience is different, so I know that my grammar lessons will be different because it will be based on my teaching experience. So I have spent a lot of time with special education students and a lot of executive functioning students. And I feel like these students need to be able to access grammar better. And I feel like the number of special ed and executive functioning students is rising. And I feel like these students have trouble accessing the run-of-the-mill grammar curriculum more than others. I've also taught in public schools that is all about state testing, and I've taught in private schools where there is no state testing. And it's really a focus on how is each and every student going to be successful by their terms, not the schools, not the grade books. So I have goals and I have a vision of how it will work, and hopefully I can make that come true. So I'm creating this grammar line for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade students. I'm planning on getting the first 2 units done this month, and part of the challenge of that is that it's new. It's a new curriculum, so I don't have a template for it. I'm creating it. And then I'm really going to be working on trying to batch it. So I'm going to be working on trying to create like the covers for each section of Unit 1. And then I'm planning on having it be like a week-long series for each lesson of the unit. And so I'm gonna create all of the Unit 1 covers, and it will be lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5. I'm going to be creating all of the lesson 2, the day 2 for lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5. You know, like the introductory lesson, which will be involved with PowerPoint. I'm going to be working on creating a lesson 3, or a day 3. So I'm going to try to like really batch it out and visualize it. And as I show you my progress on this unit, probably in another month or 2, I'll show you how I visualized and created this. Okay, so hopefully you will be thinking about what kind of large product lines that can really generate more revenue. What ones you are thinking about. Like, you don't need to rush. It took me months to be like, okay, I'm gonna focus on this now. But start to like throw around ideas as you're figuring out your niche if you haven't already. Figure out what kind of large product lines ideas you have, and just kind of start to, it takes a while. Like I let it float around in my brain for a long time before I really decided that that's what I was gonna do. So start to jot down some ideas somewhere and dream big for big product lines, because if you can sell a good curriculum for more money, you're going to make more money. And if it's a really good quality curriculum, you're going to have a lot of buyers for it. All right, hopefully this video was helpful for you if you're thinking about what kind of large product lines you want to create in Teachers Pay Teachers. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you already kind of are playing with some ideas in your head, share them. I'd love to hear what you're going to be working on. Have an awesome day.